Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we need to talk about a couple interesting things, including an update to the free content that we're going to be receiving on Tuesday, as well as the next update in Grand Theft Auto Online. Some more details have emerged regarding that. So let's start with the free content that's going to be arriving on Tuesday. Rockstar updated their newswire a couple days ago and stated that 2 versions of the Knuckle Duster t-shirt are going to be added into the game. So even though Rockstar is adding 2 versions to their in-game warehouse, I do need to make a correction by stating that only one of them is going to be available in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that is going to be the Knuckle Duster Pocket Tee. Now, thanks to a couple users, including Foxy Snaps, we are able to see what this t-shirt is going to look like in game. So this is what it's going to look like on the clothing store right here. It's simply called Knuckle Duster Pocket Tee. So it looks pretty cool from a distance. Here's another shot right here of what you can see it looking like on a male character and a female character. The only problem with this shirt is in real life, it looks really cool, but the icons are so small. And when that transfers over to Grand Theft Auto Online, the textures look absolutely ridiculously bad. I mean, take a look at this. How are you supposed to tell what is on the pocket tee? I mean, those could easily be ice cream cones or something like that. Who knows what's on those little icons? So needless to say, the shirt looks really bad in my opinion. It's just a black t-shirt with a bunch of dots near the pocket. And online, and even from a distance, it's going to look even worse. There's only like a 1 to 2 foot area where you need to be in that sweet spot to see how good this shirt looks. But anything too close, anything too far away is going to look absolutely awful onto this shirt. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. What do you think of that t-shirt? I think it was the wrong choice for them to add it online just because of how funky it looks with how they had to port it over. Some more information from Foxy Snaps. He says, Knuckle Duster Pocket Tee coming next week, unlocked by completing a gun running cell mission. So when I saw that tweet, I was very interested because the last time we had a shirt or a item that was unlocked like that was the ammunition hoodie. And the last time we got the ammunition hoodie was when the technical was added into the game. So I was kind of putting 2 and 2 together and thinking to myself, well, does this mean that they're going to release the Insurgent custom if it requires a gun running cell mission? You'd figure those would go hand in hand. So that would maybe give us a hint as to what vehicle is going to be coming out this week along with this t-shirt. Well, it turns out that's actually not the case, as I messaged Foxy Snaps about that. And he says, for your information, that shirt not necessarily unlocked by selling. Maybe some other process, depends on what method they pick. And I responded by saying, so it could be acquired by logging in or by doing something like a sale. And he says, like a cell mission, playing in adversary mode, playing a new mission, playing MOC mission, etc. And I said, thanks. And he said, also, there's tunables for each one for logging in. So it just depends on what they feel like at the time. So that's actually some pretty interesting information. With all these new clothing items, Rockstar basically just says, I wonder what we're feeling like today. Do we only require you logging into online to unlock it? Or do we require something more complex like a gun running cell mission? Now, this is actually kind of interesting because it makes the free items we're getting in the game not so free. So for example, the ammunition hoodie that we actually had to get a couple weeks ago, you had to do a gun running cell mission. Well, that requires that you have a bunker, that requires that you have some sort of stock, that requires that you have vehicles and armor and weapons and upgrades ready to sell. So that free t-shirt just became a multi-million-dollar investment. Now, I know you use your bunker and stuff like that for other things, but at the end of the day, it could be limiting for some players. Same if, for example, it requires an MOC mission to be done. Well, that would require you buying an MOC and a bunker as well. So like I said, we will just have to wait and see what Rockstar is going to do, but just know that this t-shirt, this free item, could be unlocked via a multitude of range of things. Completing a mission, just logging in, or doing some sort of random task that Rockstar wants us to do. And this is certainly not unusual of them. They've done this with clothing. They've also done this with vehicles. Do you guys remember the Shitaro? They actually made us play the adversary mode before you unlock the vehicle. So again, this is not something that they don't typically do. We see this all the time. So it will be interesting on Tuesday, not only to see what other content we get like vehicles, adversary modes, discounts, and sales, but also how Rockstar go about introducing this free item into the game too. All right, now we need to talk about a little bit of an update regarding what happened yesterday. So if you missed my video yesterday, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Essentially, the long story short is one of the staff members on the GTA forum site has essentially said that the next update in online is going to be some variation of Smuggler's Run, which is essentially just a gun running part 2. So if you did miss that video, I will leave a link to it in the description, as I'm not going to be going over all the details in this video, but we do need to talk about some more things today. So Mach1 did mention that this hint or this clue to this DLC was hidden in plain sight, and he wasn't the only one that was apparently leaking this or apparently trying to give us a hint, as on Yan's Twitter header, he has the exact same image. He has the box art for Smuggler's Run. So I don't know how long he's had this up, and I don't know what the purpose of that was, and I thought he was done with leaking in general, but this again looks to be another cryptic message for however long this has been up as to what the next update was going to be. Now, once again, you guys have my thoughts and opinions on what I think about this. I think that the cryptic way of going about doing this is really dumb. I'm not really sure if there's any one person in the world that wants to be led on this like Nicolas Cage National Treasure scavenger hunt for something like this, but apparently the guys behind this enjoy doing it. I guess they get a kick out of watching people not knowing what's up. So again, you can go ask them. That's their prerogative, but that's again another hint at the Smuggler's Run update for Grand Theft Auto Online. So apparently Yan and Mach1 are either working together or they're being fed the same information, or they're just trying to go after the same thing by generally hinting at this new update. Now, when I'm making this video, we have a couple new statements from Mach1 Bud as well. So someone said, this has to be the most unexciting leak I've ever seen. I'm kind of in the same boat. He says, I mean, it's basically Gun Running 2 with half the stuff people actually would have wanted from it. And then Mach1 responded to that by saying, there has been nothing leaked regarding the content of this update, which is technically true. We only know the general theme, which is going to be some sort of Smuggler's Run update. And then another user responded by saying, just a question that can be answered without giving anything away. Are you excited for the update? And he says, I haven't heard anything about muscle cars, if that's what you're really asking. And if you're curious, Mach1's a big fan of muscle cars, stuff like the Dominator Classic. So it doesn't look like Rockstar is going to be going in that direction, at least from what Mach1 has heard. Again, if I had to guess, I would say it's going to be stuff very, very similar to gun running in terms of like the do-it-yourself Mad Max vehicles, similar to like the weaponized buggy and the weaponized Tampa, which I'm not necessarily a huge fan of, but apparently Rockstar considers gun running to be one of the biggest successes of all time. So if that's the case, I can imagine them using a lot of the things that were successful in gun running, like the bunkers and the research and the Mark II weapons and very similar vehicles to what we got in this update. So if I had to take a guess, that's what we're going to be getting with this update whenever it is slated and scheduled to arrive in online. We have 4 more vehicles left that are scheduled to be released. So if anything, it's going to be at least a month before we get any information on this update, and it'll probably be even longer than that before an actual release is. We're not going to just end the drip feed cars and then hop right into another DLC. There's likely going to be a week or two or possibly even longer in between before the update actually arrives. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more on everything we discussed in the comments section down below. I'm curious to hear from you guys and what you think about that. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.